Hello there. Today I will talk about faux calligraphy, or fake calligraphy for those less versed in French. Faux calligraphy refers to using a pen such as this ballpoint pen, which cannot vary line weight at all. It's all the same, if I can get it to focus, it's all the same line thickness, compared to, say, this brush pen or any pen in calligraphy that is used to vary line thickness based on pressure. So in order to get something like this letter A with a pen that simply writes an A like this, you have to make thickness where you would have the downstroke. So it's basically you leave the top and the bottom of any curve alone, and you just get the left side of it. And to the left side of this one and the left side of this, so there's your downstroke. This is basically how you would do it for a single letter. So you make it thick there and have it thin, and so you basically copy the thickness. Here's a capital T done the same way. There, calligraphy T. And another way to do it, instead of just kind of scribbling in the thickness, is you can draw the T shape and then stay to one side like this. And that's where the thickness would be. And you can either fill it in, you can fill it in with a different color. And there you have your T. Here's one I did earlier. Here's the real one using a brush pen. And here's the fake one with the ballpoint. Let's try some other colors and see how it goes. Let's try the word beautiful. Here it is with a brush pen. This is a Pentel Touch, one of the best markers you can get for beginning calligraphy or even advanced calligraphy, because it's so easy to use by anyone. Pardon my left-handedness, being unable to see it very well. All right, so there's the word beautiful with a brush pen. Give it a little underline, sure. There, very nice. All right, now here I've got this marker. This is a purple marker, just so I can have the same color. You can kind of compare them. Yeah, this has no flex, no line variation. It's not a italic or stub or anything. And so let me do that same thing. When you have this, you can see one good thing about this is, or normally you would stay on one side of it to thicken it, like stay on, say, the inside. So you take it and you thicken it to the right. And you take this and you thicken it to the right. But sometimes, like for the imperfections in my writing, like this I here, this I is too far to the right. I didn't write it flawlessly, so I'll need to make it to the left to kind of balance it so it's right in the middle there. And this F, it's like it's perfectly centered, so I could kind of go a little bit on the left, a little bit on the right, you know, kind of coloring book style, or you just fill it in where it needs it. So there's the second one that I did. You can see it's a little choppy and might need cleaned up. The marker bleeds a little bit on this paper. But you get the idea that although it's much faster and easier if you have the tools, if you don't have the tools, or if you have a special pen or marker that has a really wild sort of ink, like maybe gold or shimmering type of ink or something, and that you can't get in a flexible pen, then you can still create calligraphy with a simple method like this, with faux calligraphy. Here are some other examples. if I can cap the pen. There it goes. It even works with Gothic lettering, as you can see here. I'll just write a sort of Gothic letter. Here's a G, a lowercase g, and you can see that line thickness. And I'll switch, there's a chisel tip. You can use, and I'll switch it over to the other side. The other side is a tip that is simply a round tip with no variation. It's not flexible. And so let's see if we can do that same thing. I got the basic shape. Now let's color it to one side and see how that looks. Now it's thin here and thick and thin. There, and along the top, it's doing the same sort of deal. There. Anyway, that was just my first try with the Gothic letter. Right, you could certainly write a lot of words in this manner too. So that's all. Kind of fun to practice this with any pen that you can have. So that's one nice thing about this. You don't have to have your special materials, special tools for such thing. You can kind of goof around and have some fun with faux calligraphy. Thank you very much.